Well, welcome along to another episode of Every Man and His Dog. Well, that's what it feels like. Every man, his dog, his hamster, his chicken, his elephants, brothers, sisters, guinea pig. Yes. You know what? If I made a video every time we were linked with a player, I think I'd make about 100 videos a day, which I haven't got time to do. But this link does seem to be a little bit more, not concrete maybe, but setting concrete possibly. So look, this is... And maybe it's another case of the media putting 2 and 2 together and getting 5 or 6 or 12. You know what the media's like. But hey, we like to keep up to date with things, like to give you all the stories and let you kind of think about things and make your own mind up on stuff. That's what we do here at Glasgow Rangers Nation. Welcome along. I'm Owen David. Please smash that sub. So we know that there is a possibility now that Ridvan will be off in the January transfer window, and that he will be going possibly to Hellas Verona, because it looks like Doig, the player that Rangers were interested in, may well be going to Torino. This is kind of, I think, going to be a situation where it will be a kind of domino rally kind of process, where one moves, another one moves, and another one moves. A little bit like, I suppose, you know, when you're moving house, that chain of, you know, the houses. So it looks like Doig may be off to Torino. I think that's probably more realistic than Rangers at the moment in time, because of the fact that Hellas are looking for somewhere in the region of 5.2 million for Doig. I don't think that is affordable for a left back, given the fact that there's obviously that continuing link to Lawrence Shankland, and obviously centre forward is a major priority. And as we know, centre forwards don't come cheap. So who is this player that we're talking about? So it's another one of those players whose name is very hard to pronounce, and I'll mess it up. Smal is his name. Yes, that's right. Smal. Not easy to say, not easy to pronounce. He's currently with 20 Ashende. There we go. That's how to say his name. That's who it is. Smal. Let's talk a little bit about him, shall we? Let's talk about his stats, and then we'll kind of get a bit of a reflection on him. Now, he has in the past been compared with this legend, possibly one of the greatest left backs in world football history, Paolo Maldini. I think that may be a bit of overinflation by the Dutch media and by his club, as he doesn't have any international caps, and he has never played for a big team in Holland. Also, you know, would he be 26 to be playing for 20? Question. There you go. So let's have a little look at some stats to do with Smal, or however you say his name. So he's 26 years old. He was born in De Rijp in the Netherlands. I think that's how you say it. He's 6 foot, so he's not a small guy, which obviously is useful in Scottish football, given the fact that, you know, that the hammer throwers love to target the back post. He is a left back, although he can apparently play left side centre half as well. Not his preferred position, but can play there if needs be. He's currently with Twente Ashende, who are a decent team in the Netherlands. His youth career, he was with SV De Rijp, where he was born. Then he went to AFC 34, which I don't know, and Volendam, who are another Dutch Eredivisie team, or have been in the past. In terms of his career, he came up through the youth system, as we say, at Volendam, under 19s, under 21s, before making 70 appearances, scoring 9 goals and 16 assists in his time with FC Volendam. It was that form that then earned him his move to Twente, where he has played 104 times for Twente, with 4 goals, 18 assists. That's 22 goal contributions in 104 games. If we look at his history of how he's played, or where he's played, his Eredivisie he's played 89 times in the Eredivisie with 4 goals, 15 assists. Played 68 times in the Dutch Championship with 9 goals, 16 assists. Has got experience also in the Playoff Conference League, where he's played 4 times. So limited European experience from this boy. So that's a little bit about Smal. There he is again. Now, it is a link that has come out a number of times now. It's certainly something that does seem to be on the round as regards a left back. And it does seem, from what I'm hearing from club sources, that a left back is very much on the radar for Rangers this January transfer window, particularly, I think, as well, if we do end up losing Ridvan Yilmaz. Which would be a shame. I think Ridvan has been very good in the last few games, but you could possibly put that down to the fact that he is perhaps putting himself out there in the shop window. Now, I know a lot of fans want Ridvan to stay, and I understand that. The guys, you know, he looks a player. He's starting to look like the player that we bought. Now, Ridvan apparently cost us $3.5 million initially, rising to $5 million, depending on certain things being met. Apparently, the fee has not yet risen to £5 million. look, he's this guy, Smal. What do we know about him? Well, he was born in De Rijp. He made his debut in the Eredivisie division with FC Volendam in a game against De Graafschap in 2017. He then established himself in the starting lineup. The following season, he missed out playing Volendam because he lost out to a player called Robin Schotten, who had come over from young Ajax. He appeared mainly as a substitute. He eventually got back in the team with Twente once a new coach, Wim Jonk, yes, that's a famous name from the past, came in and was part of the first team, establishing himself from 2019-2020. So that's where he's come from. He signed a new 3-year contract with Twente in June 2020 after coming over on a free transfer from them. Now, according to Transfer Market, in terms of this lad, Smal, he is apparently out of contract in the summer. Now, his current market value is listed at around about £5.5 million to £5 million, which I know what you're saying. We'll say, well, why the hell are we trying to sign him if we can get Doig, who's younger, for the same price? But the situation is different there, that Smal's contract is expiring on March the 24th. Is expiring on June the 30th, 2024. So he is out of contract in the summer. So with him being out of contract in the summer, there is absolutely zero chance that Twente will get the €6 million or £5.5 million that the value currently sits at. In terms of his Eredivisie stats this year, he has missed a number of games with injury. Now, that is a worry. It is a muscle injury that he's missed time with. He's made 8 appearances. Yet to trouble the goals and assists scorer. He's played 38% of their starting 11, 41% of the minutes, and has a 0% goal contribution rate. Like I said, he can play he is a left back primarily, or left wing back, left side centre back, and does appear to be a player that is interesting Rangers at the moment. Now, is this a player that Rangers would want? Now, look, he's 26 years old. He is has had some injury history this season, which is worrying. He could be a cheaper alternative, though, to Josh Doig. That is, I think, how he's been looked at. Look, it is a situation I think we're going to have to address. I do think that Ridvan Yilmaz, it's looking increasingly likely now, is going to be off to Hellas Verona very soon. Apparently, Smal's nickname is Smaldini for his similarities to Paolo Maldini, but like I said, can't see that coming off. He has also been linked in the past with a move to Celtic. Look, he is a decent player. He looks a decent player. Twente's technical director Arnold Brugging said last month, of course, we would like very much if G's signed a new deal with us, but both parties have to want that, and we have to be realistic about that part of his future, sadly. So it looks like Twente are pretty much resigning themselves to actually losing this guy from those comments by the technical director. So it could be that this guy could be had for a cheaper fee than the £5.5 million or €6 million that has been quoted. I think a lot depends, obviously, what happens with the Josh Doig deal. But again, look, this is just media talk. It's media speculation. We don't know for a fact what is going to happen with this guy, whether he is a realistic option. I think if Doig is ungettable, if it is that we, genuinely haven't got that amount of cash to spend on Josh Doig, and we'd rather save that money and spend that money on someone like Lawrence Shankland, which I do think would be a better deal for us, then maybe he is a possibility. Obviously, the other possibility is Kai Wagner from Philadelphia Union. Again, someone who would probably cost probably in the region of £3.5-4 million. So that's a little bit more expensive than what we could end up paying for this guy. But I think, any sort of progress we can make at left back is going to be a good one. That's not my name, by the way. There you go, change my name. So look, he's an option. He looks a decent player. He looks good in defence. He looks decent going forward. I think he will be a huge step forward from Borna Barisic. I don't want to be stuck with Borna to the end of the season. But there we go, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Is this guy the answer? And obviously, if you can smash the sub, that would be absolutely fantastic. Also, check out, if you haven't already, the live pod from this morning. It is available on the channel homepage, as is this morning's news video as well. Okay, guys, if you want to get in contact with us, all the ways to do that have been scrolling along the bottom of the screen on all the different social medias. We are on Threads, we are on TikTok, we are on Facebook, we are on email, we are on Twitter, X, whatever the hell it's called these days. there we go. That's where you can get us, or you can drop us an email to at glasgowrangersnation@gmail.com. So, guys, on the way out, 2 things, please. Number 1, smash that like. And number 2, if you can, for me, please remember, never, ever forget this. We are the people.